Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of The Guido Goes Off. Wow, a lot of stuff to get to, so let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news from WWE. It was announced that Asuka has relinquished the NXT Women's Championship, ending her reign at 510 days. Which, to put this in perspective, it eclipsed Paige's reign of 308, which before her was the longest title reign. It's more than likely due to the collarbone injury that she sustained at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3. Her right collarbone was broken during her match with Ember Moon, which was wow. Let's just say wow. She did say that she was looking to move on to the next point, or the next stage of her WWE career. So again, Asuka has relinquished the NXT Women's title and more than likely is done with NXT. Setting the benchmark at, like I said, 510 days, and of course, she was never defeated in NXT competition. So, what happens next? Well, first of all, her collarbone's got to heal, and they're saying that's 6 to 8 weeks. And a lot of people are speculating that more than likely she's going to go to Raw. I remember saying a while back that if I were going to make if I were going to make a move from NXT, I would move Asuka to Raw. The division there is, there. And I feel that Asuka would be a perfect asset. And she will crush all your pretty little dolls and take the title, and who's going to stop her? Yes, that's right, no one. But on a serious note, I kind of saw this coming, given the length of time and the fact that pretty much they've been trying to get the guys in WWE have been trying to get Asuka to move up, but Triple H has kept her there, making sure she was ready. And now, I'll be honest, her promo skills have gotten better. She's, and of course, her ring work's top notch. So it'll be an incredible asset that probably the main roster is going to squander because, well, let's face facts, what do they do with everything else these days? So it's 6 to 8 weeks. That puts her around. Let's see, here we are in late August. So probably October. So I would see them holding off on her debut until Survivor Series. It could be even longer to get that shock factor. But who knows? It's I mean, it's not like this is the last we'll see of her, but it's just the dominance she left behind. And let's face facts, the NXT Women's Division will get better because of this. It just seems like NXT booked themselves into a corner as far as Asuka was concerned. It's like nobody could beat her. It's simple. You had two tiers, Asuka and the rest of the division. And so, to be honest, this is perfect. You have Asuka leaving, looking strong, so she doesn't lose any traction going into her debut. And now you will have a more open and competitive women's division, which, as we know, will get more stars from the Mae Young Classic. So, it's good for Asuka. It'd probably be good for whichever brand's women's division she lands on, and it will be good for NXT because, like I said, you kind of booked yourself into a corner with Asuka over the past few months. where she's winning multi-person matches. And, so the question will be, is Raw or SmackDown ready for Asuka? Probably not, but, we'll see what happens here in a couple months. Okay, moving on to some other news on a more official note, and honestly, I'm not shocked at all. Because of the wonderful, wonderful fans in Brooklyn over this past weekend, WWE announced that there would be a ban on beach balls and other inflatables at WWE events. Because clearly, why pay money to go see an event when you can play beach blanket bingo at the event? Really? Okay, let's be honest with ourselves. I understand there's matches you don't want to see. And not every match is for every person. We all know that. But bringing in a beach ball and beating that around, I can't blame Cesaro for what he did, and then what the wrestlers did on Monday. God help them if they did it on SmackDown with during Bobby Roode's debut, and it's very disrespectful. I mean, I understand you paid your money, you want to have fun. But you're insulting the people that you paid to see. You're insulting the people who worked hard, plied their trade, and hey! Yeah, get that beach ball from that guy! See? Even during taping my show, I got a cat playing with a beach ball. Can you believe this crap? Believe the crap I have to endure. But in all seriousness, in all fairness, it's it's literally a slap in the face to the performers working in the ring. And to be honest, but it just seems to be par for the course for the Brooklyn crowd, which, as we know, has gotten out of hand. If you think a match is boring, I can understand a boring chant. Letting those people in the ring have it. But bringing beach balls and that, I think that crosses a line, and whether or not you pay your hard-earned money to go see an event, you're paying to see these people, and it's an insult to them. And I'll be honest, a waste of your money if you're just gonna go beat a beach ball around. You want to play with beach balls? Go to the beach. Don't go to an event. That's all I gotta say about that. I'm done. Let's move on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess this would be a rumor killer. It was reported yesterday that Rusev and Lana had approached WWE officials and asked for their release. This was brought up on a smaller wrestling site. We're just going to call it that because that's what we're going to do. We try not to use the term dirt sheet here. To which is pretty much almost killed instantly by Lana taking to Twitter and having a laugh about it. I did recently read a Twitter exchange involving Brian James, or Road Dogg, who, as we know, is the booker for SmackDown. And he basically said that there was, they never did ask for their release, and that was a complete and total fabrication. People were thinking it was because I think it stemmed from the statement Randy Orton made, where it said, if I were him, I would ask for my release. So I don't know if people ran with that or what. Now, it was a lot of speculation about this was due to the SummerSlam match between himself and Rusev, which ended very, very quickly. Now, to what I'm gathering, the reason that ended so quickly was not because Rusev was in a punishment situation. Excuse me. It was because they're trying to rebuild Orton because he has had two major feuds where he's been coming off the losing end. The first with Bray Wyatt, and of course the second here with Jinder Mahal, which cost him the WWE Championship. Why, dear God, why? So I guess it was to book Orton stronger. So Rusev just made Orton look very, very strong. So Rusev and Lana are not going anywhere. That's done. Now, getting to some other heat backstage. I'm not sure how much of this is true, how much of this is fabrication. I'm still trying to figure this out. In that Twitter exchange, Brian James said this wasn't the case either. He's actually talking about the backstage situation with Baron Corbin. As we have seen here recently, things with Corbin have gone from bad to worse. As we know, he cashed it, 2 weeks ago, cashing in Money in the Bank, then losing his match against Jinder Mahal in very quick fashion, basically getting rolled up. And then there was the match against John Cena, where he just didn't seem to be looking very good. Well, it was rumored, and I'm not sure how much of this is true, how much is not, that Corbin has pissed a lot of people off. One of those people being John Cena. Again, I don't know why John Cena was even bothering with the situation due to the fact that, yes, he was working with the guy, but the fact he knew he was going to be on Raw the next night anyway. It was said that Cena tore into Corbin about his attitude and this undeserved sense of accomplishment that he seems to have. And Cena tore into him in front of pretty much everybody about it. And that it was even said that during the SummerSlam match, I might have to go back and rewatch this, and someone was saying, that Cena said something to Corbin during the match to the tune of, "You haven't earned shit yet. Who do you think you are? You haven't done anything." And it's been well noted that Corbin has had issues with his Twitter account, where he will go after fans that don't think too favorably of him. Myself included, but I got better things to do with my day, I think. Yeah. But whether or not this exchange with Cena happened, it's clearly evident that there is an issue with Corbin because his push has all but died. In fact, I think it has died. Given also what happened on this past SmackDown, where basically his only involvement on the show was being the special guest referee in the match between AJ Styles and Kevin Owens. And basically, Corbin needs to take this as what it is, a wake-up call. That, you haven't done anything yet. Your career's just started. And he's got a lot of fan support. And, of course, that's great. Every wrestler has fans. At least I'd like to believe that. I mean, even Jinder Mahal has fans. North isn't one. But what is clear is that if you have this kind of attitude, you will pay for it. Because we've clearly seen the punishment of Enzo, who I don't know if he was publicly flogged backstage after Cass got hurt. I figured Vince would find a way to blame him for that. But I mean, all of this, it goes down to Vince's key philosophy, and that is no one is bigger than the business. And that it is a teamwork atmosphere backstage. I mean, you got everybody trying to put on the best show they can. I mean, yes, you want to be the biggest star. I mean, who doesn't? I'm not even sure I'm the biggest star of this show. But you want to put out the best product you can. And if you got someone doing that kind of thing, it's not going to work. Especially when they really haven't done anything. Corbin hasn't really done anything. I mean, there was the talk that Vince wanted to put the rocket on this guy, but it's clear he's undeserving. And now I think that rocket's going to go to Bobby Roode. From what I gather, due to recent reports, they're talking about Bobby Roode being the new face, the big face on SmackDown. Which, I think he could easily carry the load. And that's the thing. If Corbin honestly has a bad attitude about this, he only has to go one place to look to find the person to blame for it, and that is the mirror. Because he reaped what he sowed in this situation, and if you're going, if you're going to crow about yourself, do something. But above all this, I mean, you got to stay humble and you got to stay hungry. You got to believe that your best work is ahead of you. And that's what Corbin needs to do in this case. He needs to get hungry. Flat out needs to get hungry. Because you're resting on laurels you haven't even earned yet. And then you bring in that attitude. And it ain't going to fly. It ain't going to fly anywhere, especially ain't going to fly in WWE. Especially around people who have earned it. So whether or not the big exchange with Cena happened, it's clear Corbin's push is all but dead. And he has only himself to blame. Well, that's going to do it for another episode of The Guido Goes Off. Once again, I thank you folks for watching. You guys are the reason I do this, the reason I put on the suit jacket. Because otherwise, I'd just be sitting here talking to myself in my basement. And that'd just be crazy. So, what do you folks think of the topics I covered on this episode? Feel free to drop a line in the comments section below. And as always, you can talk to me via my social media. And, as always, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and if you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel. Please do subscribe, do. And also, if you want to know upcoming episodes, as you know, it's been seen, I'm doing these a little more frequently. Go ahead and hit that bell for notifications. Hit it. Hit the bell. But anyway, thank you folks for watching in, and until next time, I'm the Guido, and I think we're done here.